Tonight, we will be doing a piece titled Where It All Began. What happened to those times when the sands played with our bare skin under the benevolence of the full moon with our shadows, forming a circle of tiny ghosts, listening to fairy tales whose realities we never cared to diagnose? When we were just playful hearts who drew square boxes on the ground and hopped into them like birds in the summer. When our streets welcomed our fearless footfalls even late into the night, because then evil was afraid of the dark. What happened to those times when the daughters of men could dance beneath the moonlight breath, grasping onto the melody in the darkened earth, moving their feet to each beat as the sons of men sit in utter loss and admiration as each choral beat tiptoed round their waist in beat? What happened? Now things are falling apart and the center no longer holds. I remember when ignorance diluted our cultural differences, because then love was the glue that held us together. Now things are falling apart and the center no longer hold. Our greed has outweighed the power of gravity. Brotherhood has lost its existence, yet in our presence, we still stare black eyes in the faces of these brothers as strangers, wishing to see beyond these question marks. How is it that we have an average of 32 teeth, yet it is impossible for us to chew on our pride and spit it when it becomes formless? How is it we have an average of 32 teeth, yet it has become impossible for us to chew on our pride and spit it out when it becomes formless? How is it that our mouths have become graveyards for prophecies untold because of hate? How is it that we have held back all the promises we made to the people that were yet to fight for us? Peace. Peace be to all our heroes, because I feel so sad for them. Can I ask you a question? Do you really know why you were fighting? Why have we allowed unforgiveness crown our ankles like chain round the slave, and yet we want to move forward? Why have we tied ourselves with the umbilical cords of our forefathers, forgetting we have to give birth to our true selves to be independently free? Do you believe me that you do not know the reason why you hate your neighbor? May I ask, why do the Igbos hate the Hausas? What is the forming of IPOB? Half the Eastern people do not know these things, yet they inherited a hate that the father said they had buried. They forgot that hatred is also a seed. The soil is not barren. It will always bloom again in the next generation. Breed. Need I remind you that beyond being just people of Nigeria, we made a vow to the country, not the government. We made a vow to the country, not the government, to be faithful, loyal, and honest. So need I engage your attention? Could it be that the bone of contention they buried was the animal of their neighbor they took forcefully and killed, and they used as a peace bargain? Could it be that the bones of contention they thought they buried were the animals of their neighbors they took forcefully and they buried for peace bargain? Need I remind you that forgiveness is a bitter pill, and you cannot forget what you haven't forgiven. And even when you forgive, it is impossible to forget, because both are both seeds and they will stay in your heart. As man, you decide if you are to decide if you will drown on the divided sea. Because for all I know, Nigeria will remain together, whether you believe it or not. And forgiveness is the way forward. I am your silentical, the silent poet.